Hello trainers, Ganeto here and welcome to another video in which we are gonna discuss together about some really nice budget picks for you to use for the Great League. You do not have the Stardust, you do not have the crazy amount of candies or the Pokemon that you need to compete on that Great League. Fear not, trainer, there are solutions for you to become a competitive trainer out there and still have success, yeah, either you believe it or not. So, a budget pick is a Pokemon that does not require a crazy amount of Excel or any kind of candies out there, a crazy amount of Stardust for a second move or to power up, or does not have a community day move. So the first line of threat I would like to showcase to you is gonna be this one with Vigoroth, Skarmory and Whiscash. We're not gonna focus on the teams, but we're gonna focus on the unique picks. So we have the Vigoroth and we're just gonna have the Body Slam with the counter, not gonna do the Bulldoze yet. If you do not have the candies, no reason at all to go for the Bulldoze. You can still go with a pretty huge success with your Body Slammer. Counter is just gonna do a lot of damage to the Steel types, especially that Stunfisk that you are gonna encounter a lot. Okay, Bulldoze helps, but you are not needing it so much. You can rely on your Body Slam if you do not have the candies or the Stardust. Also, it is super spammy that can just take those Pokemon that your opponent has pretty easily down, because if you have shields and you can use them towards your advantage. Even a Nazu cannot stand the spamminess of the Vigoroth if you play it right. So the next one Pokemon is gonna be this one, the Skarmory, and you're gonna see that it has a lot of potential against your opponents because of the Sky Attack. I'm gonna use Brave Bird here, but you do not need Brave Bird, okay? You can still go for the Sky Attacks, okay? Here comes the Sky Attack, but the next one is gonna be a Brave Bird, okay? So here comes the Sky Attack. You can see that it deals enough damage, okay? They blocked, but it deals enough damage for our opponent to absolutely use a shield, and we can still do a lot with simple Air Slash and Sky Attack. You do not need that Brave Bird most of the times. You need to go straight Sky Attack, so you can rely on your Sky Attack and do not purchase a second move. So Whiscash is gonna be our final Pokemon, and you are gonna see that Whiscash has a lot of spamminess as well, and it is even more spammier than our Vigoroth. Mud Shot and Mud Bomb is a really spammy combination for you to try out, and you also have access to Blizzard that can turn around any bad matchup into a good one if your opponent does not shield, especially against those grass types. A Blizzard is just gonna destroy them. So here you can see that we can farm down with our Vigoroth, and look at how good that Vigoroth is. I'm not gonna go with Bulldoze, just gonna go straight with my Body Slams. Look how much damage this Vigoroth does even with Body Slams. It can take out that thing. Look at that. Let's go again with the Body Slam. Okay, I repeat, the Bulldoze can help a lot, okay? Don't mind me wrong on that. You can still get a lot of help from Bulldoze, but not that much. You do not have to rely on Bulldoze when using your Vigoroth. You can still finish off your opponents with counters and Body Slams. So Vigoroth is a very nice Pokemon that I really recommend to use, and it is also a nice safe swap, so why not? And look at that, the Mud Bombs is just gonna do a lot against that Stunfisk. So Whiscash is another Pokemon that you should really get your hands on. So the next team and the unique picks that I'm gonna introduce to you are gonna be the Cherrim, the Sunnyform, the Greedent and the Bibarel. So let's start off with Cherrim, because I know this team might sound a little bit weird if you are not used to that. So Bullet Seed, Weather Ball and Nuke Move. What do I mean by Nuke Move? It has access to Solar Beam and Hyper Beam. Those two moves are gonna be awesome for you. Just keep that Fire Weather Ball. You're gonna need the Weather Ball no matter what, because Bullet Seed with Weather Ball is just gonna do a lot of spammy damage to your opponent, and especially even against a Bug type. You can see here you can have the upper hand if you play it right as well. So the next Pokemon is gonna be the Bibarel. Look at how good that thing is. It holds down both fires and ghost types. Look at that little Sableye. It stands no chance at all. Look at the Surf. every single move that this thing has is gonna be stab. Same type attack bonus. You are gonna need that when you play your Go Battle League matches if you are new to that format of the GBL. I do not think that you are new, but if you are gonna just have to rely on your stab damage most of the times to do some really nice damage, because stab does more damage. Okay, same type attack bonus. Yes, okay. So here comes the normal type Hyper Fang, but you can also use Hyper Beam. Yeah, that little thing, it's a fat thing. Okay, Castor, is that an English word for what it is? Anyways, it's just gonna do a lot of damage with Hyper Beam, which is stab as well, and just gonna obliterate your opponents. So you can see here that we cannot farm down, but still have a lot of play with our Greedent. Greedent is another thick Pokemon that you can use for Great League. It is also super easy to build it up, because those things are super common in the wild, like the Bidoofs, and you can also not spend a lot of Stardust for this team to have its second move unlocked, because all of those Pokemon require 10k Stardust. Bullet Seed, Body Slam and Crunch are gonna be your way to go, and yeah, Bullet Seed and Body Slam are gonna be an even spammer combo than that Mud Shot and Mud Bomb. So why not? And also Bullet Seed helps a lot against those water types, especially Swampert and Whiscash that you may find on your way. So you can see here that Body Slam is just gonna go crazy against this Umbreon, and we're just gonna take the win no matter what in the end. And Crunch is just gonna be as good as it is on other Pokemon, because it also has the chance to debuff your opponents. So the last team and the last three Pokemon that I would like to talk with you are gonna be the Altaria, the Linoone and the Swalot. Altaria is a pressure Pokemon because it can go pretty well almost against anything that is not fairy or steel. Grass, fighting or even Swampert are all its specialty. You can just go with the Dragon Breath, do one Sky Attack. You are not gonna need a second move on that Pokemon, not especially because you can still pressure with Dragon Breath and Sky Attack, but in some cases you might need your Community Day move, the Moonblast or the Dragon Pulse, but it's also up to you. I do not use a lot my Dragon Pulse, only I guess this situation, I guess. But it's also really good to use Sky Attack as well. So why not Sky Attack? I really recommend to use that Pokemon if you are in a huge trouble of finding the Stardust, because it has a huge pressure on your opponent. With Dragon Breath, Sky Attack, no other move is needed if you do not have the resource, so do not mind about that. Swalot is over here with super fast charge and being so bulky that it can take the hits. Look at that, trainers. I think I'm blocking that. No, okay, yeah, here comes the Power Up Punch, and we can charge up the move so freaking fast with Infestation. Infestation was reworked some months ago, about half a year ago, and you're gonna charge up your moves fairly fast. And you also have Kank Shot, Sludge Bomb, and exact Ice Beam, Acid Spray. Yes, this is the one. You're gonna use Acid Spray to debuff your opponent. You can use it pretty fast with your moves, with your Infestation, because that thing is bulky, as we said, and spammy as well. So that's a very nice Pokemon for you to try out. And the last one that I would like to talk with you is gonna be the Linoone, because Linoone, the Galarian form also performs good, but I believe the regular one is just gonna be a better version of the Linoone, because it has a huge coverage. Shadow Claw is gonna be your way to go for the fast attacks, and it is also a very nice coverage Pokemon because it has access to Grass Knot, Dig and Thunder. You can use Thunder for your flyers, because against Skarmory you are just gonna go crazy with a Thunder. Your opponent might not expect it. It has no stab moves, that's the drawback, if you would like to say it, for the Linoone, but no matter what, you're just gonna have a great time by using this Pokemon. It has a huge coverage again, and it is a very good safe swap, so your opponent cannot expect a lot of moves when playing Linoone. Not everyone is ready for what you might throw at them, so have that in mind, trainers. Thank you for watching, everyone. What do you think? Are those Pokemon worth your attention? Because I think they are. If you're looking for some budget picks, perhaps one of those 9 Pokemon can do the work for you. To be honest, I believe that, yeah, it can happen and still have some really nice success. Thank you for watching, everyone. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It helps more than you can imagine. And thank you for staying till the end, everyone. I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.